Beneath the deep shadows of a hidden underground den, a fragile newborn named Kira entered a brutal world where every breath would become a fight for survival. Tiny, blind, and covered only in delicate pink skin, newborn Kira trembled softly against the cold dirt while instinct guided her toward the warmth of her mother. Inside the darkness of the den, the loving mother fox carefully cleaned and protected her helpless cub while dangerous predators moved silently through the wilderness outside. Day after day, little Kira slowly grew stronger beneath her mother's care, sleeping peacefully while the hidden dangers of the jungle crept ever closer toward the den. Without warning, a deadly Jararaca snake slithered silently into the underground shelter, its venomous body moving only inches away from the sleeping newborn. The giant serpent coiled tightly and prepared to strike directly at the helpless baby fox, while tiny Kira remained completely unaware of the danger approaching through the shadows. In one explosive moment, Kira's mother sprang forward with fearless aggression, placing herself directly between the deadly snake and the vulnerable cub. The furious fox lunged violently at the serpent, biting hard into its body while dirty dust exploded across the bed in a desperate battle for survival. While the brave mother chased the far into the wilderness to ensure Kira remained safe. Safe once again, the tiny newborn curled tightly against her exhausted mother, unknowingly surviving her very first deadly encounter with the wild. As the weeks passed, soft gray fur slowly covered Kira's fragile body while bright, curious eyes finally opened to the mysterious world around her. The young fox struggled clumsily onto shaky legs and slowly walked toward the glowing entrance of the den where sunlight poured into the darkness for the very first time. Outside the den, Kira stepped into the vast wild savanna filled with endless grass, strange scents, and dangers hidden beneath every shadow. The playful young fox explored her new world with innocent excitement, hopping through the grass while discovering the beauty and freedom of the wilderness. But far above the open plains, sharp predatory eyes had already locked onto the vulnerable young cub wandering carelessly below. A massive savanna hawk folded its wings and plunged through the sky like a missile, diving directly toward terrified little Kira. Frozen with fear, The helpless cub stared upward as enormous talons sliced through the air only inches from her small body. At the final second, Kira's mother launched herself high into the air and snapped fiercely at the attacking bird. Forcing the predator to abandon the hunt. The defeated hawk vanished into the distant sky while trembling young Kira hid safely behind her mother. Learning once again that survival demanded endless courage. Time flowed across the savannah, and the frightened little cub slowly transformed into a fast and agile teenage fox learning how to hunt on her own. Standing beside a crystal-clear stream, teenage Kira carefully watched the water before exploding forward to catch her very first crab with growing confidence. Hidden within the dense green bushes nearby, another predator was silently stalking the young hunter through the shadows. A dangerous ocelot lowered its body and crept closer step by step, its glowing predatory eyes fixed entirely on teenage Kira. The instant Kira sensed danger. Sprinted desperately across red stones while the relentless ocelot closed the distance behind him with terrifying speed. Within seconds, the powerful predator tackled the young fox to the ground and pinned her to the Russian beside the Russian street. Kira twisted violently, kicked fiercely, and snapped defensively at the attacker while struggling with every ounce of strength to survive. Then, like a force of nature, Kira's mother burst into the battle and sank her teeth deep into the ocelot's neck to save her daughter once again. Shocked by the ferocity of the defending mother, the defeated predator finally fled to the jungle while exhausted Kira struggled back onto her feet. As the sun faded over the wilderness, the injured teenage fox rested beside her heroic mother, stronger and wiser after surviving yet another brutal lesson of the wild. Years passed, and the once helpless newborn transformed into a magnificent adult fox roaming the dense jungle with confidence, intelligence, and unmatched agility. Adult Kira moved silently through the wilderness, her sharp senses reading every sound, scent, and movement hidden within the vibrant forest around her. One quiet day, the experienced hunter detected the presence of a giant jungle python coiled near an ancient moss-covered tree. The enormous serpent slowly raised its head and struck with lightning speed directly toward adult Kira in a deadly ambush. With graceful precision, Kira dodged the crushing attack and immediately countered with fearless aggression against the giant predator. Python attacked. The agile fox evaded every strike before delivering a powerful bite that forced the massive serpent into retreat. Victorious beneath the jungle canopy, adult Kira stood proudly upon a stone while the defeated python disappeared back into the shadows of the wilderness. From a tiny blind cub trembling inside a dark den to a fearless survivor capable of standing against giant predators, Kira became a living symbol of courage, instinct, and the untamed spirit of the wild.